Welcome to Eagle Eye Reports. In this video, we will be continuing and completing the first report. Do not add to or take away from the words of this book. Let's begin. The rest of the report is a lot of what's already been covered. So if you would like to read it on your own, this is the little book of prophecy, the sealed scroll that we're uncovering. John was commanded to take and eat the scroll. This is the Word made flesh. I know many are familiar with that term. The Word was made flesh so that it could be eaten. As we see in John 6, the Yehudim therefore were striving with one another, saying, "How is this one able to give us his flesh to eat?" Yahushua therefore said to them, "Truly, truly, I say to you, unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Adam and drink his blood, you possess no life in yourselves. He who eats my flesh and drinks my blood possesses everlasting life, and I shall raise him up in the last day. For my flesh is truly food, and my blood is truly drink. He who eats my flesh and drinks my blood stays in me, and I in him. As the living Father sent me, and I live because of the Father, so he who feeds on me shall live because of me. This is the bread which came down out of the heaven. Not as your fathers ate the manna and died. He who eats this bread shall live forever." I'm going to clarify this verse for y'all. This flesh that comes down out of the heaven is the same flesh that comes down out of the heaven in Revelation 10. "And the messenger whom I saw standing on the sea and on the land lifted up his right hand to the heaven and swore by him who lives forever and ever." And what did this heavenly messenger, have in his hand? Take that little book, which is open in the hand of the messenger. So this is the book that came down out of the heaven. This is the bread which comes down out of the heaven. And he says, "Go and take the book and eat it." The scroll is going to actually be all of Deuteronomy, the Torah and the witness. The Torah is the second law, Deuteronomy, Devarim, and the witness is the little song. This is what Yeshayahu was speaking about. "To the Torah and to the witness, if they do not speak according to this word, it is because they have no daybreak or light. If they add to or take away, it is because they have no light. It's because they have no life. They have no bread. They have no oil. They're putting forth no fruit because they are not staying attached to the vine, the word, the witness, the book of prophecy, the spirit of prophecy, however you want to say it. And that's the Torah and the witness. So this is the bread which comes down out of the heaven. This is the word made flesh. The written word is the flesh. Spoken word is the spirit. And so why is it referred to as the bread, as food that gives life? This is a reiteration of Deuteronomy 31. "And now write down this song for yourselves and teach it to the children of Israel. Put it in their mouths," just like in Revelation 10. "Take and eat it, and it shall be as sweet as honey in your mouth." Why sweet as honey in the mouth? Take and eat it. "I shall bring them to the land flowing with milk and honey, which I swore to their fathers." So the scroll is sweet as honey in the mouth, because when Israel first partook of the scroll here in Deuteronomy 31, they were entering the promised land, fat and rich. It was supplied with milk and honey. The beginning of the scroll is sweet. It's the bitter end that was promised. The Yahuwah is seen in this stiff-necked, backsliding people. So the scroll was sweet in the mouth as honey, but it was bitter in the stomach. And the reason it's referred to as the life, this word is the life, because as Moshe told Israel after he spoke all these words in their hearing and sung the song of the witness, Moshe exhorts all of Israel. He said to them, "Set your heart on all the words with which I warn you today, so that you command your children to guard, to do all the words of this Torah. For it is not a worthless word for you, because it is your life. And by this word you prolong your days on the soil." This is why Yahushua told the Pharisees that he was the bread of life. He was the flesh of life. And they would, if they would eat his flesh, they would live. They would prolong their days on the soil. He was warning them that they was about to face destruction, that they was about to be removed from the land, as did happen 70 AD. And so this is what he was directing them back to. But they didn't understand. Much has not been understood. I'm about to reveal a lot. And just as the Pharisees did not understand in those days, so the understanding has been sealed up until the end. And here we are. So this is the bread of life. This is the scroll. It's a type, it's a small type, a representation of man's disposition. And so what we are doing here is I am handing you the bread. And this is to prepare the bride, so the bride can fill their lamp with oil, to prepare for the marriage of the spirit and the flesh, when they become one. This concludes part 1. Do not add to or take away from the words of this book. In the next video, we will continue with the spirit of prophecy and further enrich and strengthen our understanding of the truth. Until next time, see you.